Okay, in this video I'm going to take a look at the steps, the process, the procedure in buying a house. This video is essentially for persons who are buying their first property and don't know what to expect. I get questions all the time from people buying their first house, and they might have gone sale agreed, but they simply don't know what to expect going forward, or how the process is going to work, or when they're supposed to pay over money and so on. So I'll try and make it as simple and as straightforward as possible. Firstly, you've gone sale agreed with the estate agent. You have a deal, so you pay a booking deposit to the estate agent. At that point, you need to let the estate agent know the solicitor who's acting for you. And assuming that you are borrowing money from a lender, from a bank, getting a mortgage, you need to let the bank know who's acting for you as well, who your solicitor is. What's going to happen then is the estate agent is going to contact the vendors and let them know, or let the vendor's solicitor know who's acting for you, so that the vendor solicitor rather, will draw up contracts and send them out to your solicitor along with copy title documents. At the same time, you need to let the bank know who's acting for you, and the bank then, when they issue the loan offer, issue the loan pack, the security documents, will send them to your solicitor. So the next step then, once your solicitor receives the contracts, the title documents, he or she will review the contracts, review the title that's being offered, raise pre-contract inquiries, and obtain, hopefully, satisfactory replies. Once your solicitor is happy with the title that's being offered, and once satisfactory replies have been obtained, then your solicitor will invite you in to the office to sign the contracts. So you'll be signing the two contracts to purchase the property, and you'll also be signing the loan offer and the loan documents at the same time. So for the sake of convenience, your solicitor, rather than bringing you in twice, is going to bring you in once and ask you to sign the contracts and sign the loan documents. When you sign the contracts, you sign them in duplicate, and you pay a 10% deposit on the contract price. So you take 10% of the contract price, you subtract from that whatever booking deposit you may have paid, and that's what you must pay then, give to your solicitor, who will in turn send it on to the vendor solicitor when he is returning the contracts. Once you've sent on the contracts, or your solicitor has sent on the contracts to the vendor solicitor, the vendor's solicitor will then get the vendor in who will sign the contracts, and they then, the vendor solicitor, will keep one contract and send one back to me, your solicitor. And when one contract is signed by both parties and sent back to the purchaser, at that stage then there's a binding contract in place. After that then, we are working towards completion of the transaction. You're probably looking at normally 3 to 4 weeks. What you need to do is ensure that everything is in order for the bank, that they've got life insurance in place, home insurance in place, and any special conditions that they have imposed in their letter of offer, that they have been complied with. Once that's the case, the bank will then be ready to release the loan funds to your solicitor. The other solicitor, the vendor solicitor, will prepare all the closing documents and get ready for completion. And 3 or 4 weeks later, generally, the closing documents will be sent to your solicitor from the vendor solicitor. Your solicitor will send all the closing money that's required to purchase the property to the vendor solicitor, and closing or completion of the transaction should take place at that point on that day. And at that stage then, the vendor solicitor is allowed to use the money that you've sent over, or that your solicitor has sent over, and the vendor's solicitor will authorise release of the keys to the property. So you'll be able to pick up the keys from the estate agent. After that, then you move into your house. Your solicitor will then have to register the change of ownership by making an application to the Property Registration Authority, and will also have to register the charge or mortgage on the property, on the folio. Once that's completed, your solicitor will then let you know it's completed. You will have been registered as the owner, and your solicitor then, as part of his undertaking to the lender, will send in all the loan documents, or all the title documents rather, to the lender, to the bank, and that's it. You live in the house then, hopefully, and enjoy it. The bank will have all the closing documents, all the title documents rather, and will have the documents of title, so that when you go to sell, then in the future, your solicitor will have to obtain the title documents from the bank. But that's further down the line. Now you're going to live in the house and hopefully enjoy it. Your solicitor has done his job. The other solicitor has done the job. The change of ownership has been registered with the Property Registration Authority. The mortgage or charge has been registered on the folio, and that's it. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I would I'd appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.